When a woman finally learns that pleasing the world is impossible, she becomes free to learn how to please herself. I don't think you catch that. I'll run it back. When a woman finally learns that pleasing the world is impossible, she becomes free to learn how to please herself. Do you hear? Do you hear organs playing? Do you hear some tambourines? Because she's preaching, okay? And that is how this book starts, and it keeps that same energy throughout the rest of this book. Keep watching, you'll see what I mean.
No, that's right.
You don't bite the hand that feeds you.
I know that's right.
What word do I overuse?
No, that's right.
Hi guys, it's your girl Savvy C. Welcome back to I Know That's Right, a weekly video series where I give spoiler-free book reviews revolving around a monthly theme. And we are in June, halfway through the year. Whoop whoop, crazy, but you know, we here. Summertime, finally. And this month theme is, drumroll please, 10 out of 10 recommend. So books that either came highly recommended to me through friends, family members, whoever, or just like saw on the internet and just saw like all the buzz and to see like, what's the hype really all about? Like, is it worth the hype? And to kick off this month, I'm going to talk about today, Glennon Doyle's Untamed. Now this, like, it's hard, I feel like, if you are literary at all, well, dabble in the book world, a bookworm adjacent, if you call yourself one, to not hear about Untamed. I heard about this book so much, and it came out, ironically enough, right before quarantine hit. So maybe that's why I even heard about it more so. And then the subject matter and the content of this book was so timely and perfect for just like what we all endured in that past year in 2020 and still are like dealing with the consequences of it now in 2021. This book came out only March 10th of 2020. And whoo, it is a good one. It is worth the hype. Believe the hype. And it lives up to it and more. And I feel like everyone who reads this can get so much out of it and apply it to whatever stage of life they're in now. I really liked and appreciated how this book was like broken up. I don't know like the best way to say that, but just like the outline of this book I really enjoyed. I'm gonna read it off and break it down to you so I don't stumble around and mess it up. So it opens up first with a prologue called Cheetah. Then there's part 1 called Cage with 11 chapters. Then part 2 is called Keys with 4 chapters. And then part 3 called Free with 50 chapters. And then it closed with the epilogue called Human. And the chapters are less than like 10 pages. Like I would say 10 to 15 pages, absolute max. But like average, I would say 5 to 6. And just with each chapter, it's 352 pages in total. And just each chapter, it just feels like a piece of Glennon's heart and her lessons that she's learned, her vulnerability, and just these aha epiphany moments that she's had leading up to March 10th of 2020 are just revealed page after page, paragraph after paragraph, line by line. And going into this book, I was like, everyone was so unsure of how to explain it to me, and I understand why, because it's hard to summarize it almost. You know, you can label it as a self-help book, you can label it as like part self-help, part memoir. People were just like, it's just good. Like everyone just kept saying that, right? And after reading it, I totally get why people struggle to define the plot and say what it was. It is kind of like I just touched on earlier, half self-help, half, not half, I'm gonna say, part self-help, part memoir, part do as I say, not as I do type thing. And then with this overarching theme and just tone of voice of like, woman, listen up, okay? For too long, they've been telling us you can't, be too smart, can't be too loud, can't be too confident, can't be too sexy, can't be too, quote unquote ugly. You gotta have a little spice to you. You got your lady street freak in the bed. Like, it's just all these things, right? All these, like, can't be this, but that. Too much, too little. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. We done with that. We off that. We are stopping that now, here and now. Let me give you permission that you do not have to abide by these rules, these patriarchal rules anymore. And so that's just the overall arching theme, and it's how she was able to really just like step out of herself and really just look at her life and just show how she sees her life before, where she was following the rules, being a good girl, right? doing the right things, and then just being absolutely miserable. And then she just breaks out of that, realizes, has the aha moment, and then really just lives life untamed. See what I did there? It's really, again, just like a great book in the sense of like literary therapy, and really just like giving you time and just verbiage to like understand and just like deprogram just what we've been socialized to think is normal. Again, I think the time of this book was just so impeccable. Obviously, she could not have planned it any better, know what was gonna happen, several, like 2 days after the fact, like a week after the fact of this book being released. But with the pandemic hitting, I think it really just shook, not really, it did shake up our lives so much, and just shook what we thought and hold on to, and just really like, was holding on tight to normal and safe and healthy, right? Just the things that we just took for granted and just assumed were fine, or just assumed were normal because, that's the status quo. All that was shaken up, and we just realized it was just built on like whatever one man, let's be real, said years and years and years ago, and we just kept it going out of just, I don't know, habit, human tendency, human nature, I don't know. But basically just giving us permission, us being women, to be ourselves fully and just don't play small. There's this great thing of like, I can do hard things, we can do hard things, and that really stuck with me of just like, it is not like, we can do the hard things, whether that be conversations, getting out of a breakup, asking for what we want, being true to ourselves, loving who we are meant to love, whatever, like being just really true and firm in ourselves. And I really appreciated that and really liked that. I just kind of needed that wake up call that maybe just be like, oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. So it's definitely one of those types of books. After graduating college on Facebook Live, gang 2020, I drowned myself, right? Like in just self-help books at the wazoo. At this point, I applied to come to my master's program in Paris, but it wasn't looking up too good, and say the world wasn't looking too good, and have a job offer anymore. It was just not. It was a little bleak, just a little bleak, and I just drowned myself in self-help books. And so now I kind of am a bit apprehensive to them, because like they're good in the sense of like they help you get where you need to be, but it's very like New Year's Eve rush, like New Year, new me type thing. Like you're on it for like the first 2.5, 3 weeks, and then you just fall off, and you're like kind of like a self-help book high almost. So I'm kind of apprehensive of those. But for reading this book and those, if you share those sentiments of being like, ooh, self-help, I'm good, keep it over there, I say try this one. I think it's definitely, like I said, worth the hype, and I would 10 out of 10 recommend. See what I did there? I would definitely recommend this book to anyone that's like just kind of stuck in life of just being like, well, it is what it is, well, that's life, well, it happens to the best of us. Like someone that just like, you really just feel like, I don't know, yeah, just stuck. Yeah, just anyone who just feels stuck, any woman particularly that just feels stuck and just wants to get out, but just really can't find a way out and don't know what they don't know almost. I would say like if you're in that headspace, that life position, I would say that this is a definite perfect book for you. Just pick up, crank up really easily. Her writing style is just so easy to digest. You can visualize along with her. It feels like you're, right, each step she's taking, every mistake she makes, all the highs, the lows, whatever in between. You're like, you're right there with her, but in like the best way. Like you're just having like a little, like Oprah has those, what are they called? Like Sunday soul conversations, right? Like when she's like outside with those 2 chairs in her, like probably her backyard, even though it looks like a national park. You like those, like it felt like those where you just like sitting on the couch and then a couch chair with another friend, just talking it out for like 3-4 hours. It just feels like that, but like, on the page. So I definitely recommend. All right, that's all I got for you guys this week. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to comment below your thoughts on this book if you have or haven't read it, how you feel about self-help books, how you feel about women shaking up the status quo, how you maybe yourself have shaken up the status quo. I'd love to hear it. Keep the conversation going. I love hearing back from you guys. And while too, since you stuck around till the end, appreciate you, I'll give you a little sneak peek of what's to come. So these are the following books for the rest of the June 10 out of 10 recommend series. So next up, I should say, Normal People. Then it'll be Love and Color, and then followed by Such a Fun Age. So hopefully you guys can get those books too, read along with me, get this little, I should call it a book club, but you know, I'll be a little trifle on it, but book club nonetheless. We can read along together and, you know, get this, you know, have these experiences. I'm excited. These are 10 out of 10 recommended books. So fingers crossed they don't waste our time. You know what I'm saying? And again, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. Be sure to like and subscribe for more so you just don't miss a video or upload. We hit 500, which is so exciting. Yeah, thank you guys so much. You know, I just sit here on my couch, talking to my camera, but I really feel when you guys, you know, comment, DM me, like whatever, like I really just feel the community, and it's just the best part of doing this. You know, it's out of like a passion project, but doing it and sharing it with others makes it 10 times better and just so much worthwhile. So I really appreciate it. This definitely could not be done without all of you watching. As always, I'm sending my love to wherever you are in the world where you're watching this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!